Hello, this is Joanne Hewins from lovetocreate.typepad.com. It's been a while since I've done a video, and I hope that I'll remember how and that I can do okay for you. I'm using today the Zany Zoo Suite collection. Let me open up my book here. We can open that now and show you that this collection is wonderful. It consists of the Zany Zoo stamp set, the dies. Let me move those up a little bit. And then this wonderful, wonderful paper and a duo of ribbon. And it is, as I just said, fantastic. Let me pull in some of the paper to show you what it is. The papers have different kind of themes to them. Of course, there's two of each of those. There's one paper that has birthday as a theme. Here's another one that has outdoors, kind of a theme to it. On this one, it's things on wheels. Okay, here's one with all kinds of music. Really neat. And then, I don't know how you would classify this one. Things that you might do around the home, maybe. And then, you can't delete this paper with the beautiful dancers in it. If you have someone who dances, they're going to love this. And what I love about the paper even more maybe is that the back of it is all in black and white. You see pretty flowers. This might be my favorite with the zigzags. The dots, kind of a wavy look, and these lines. So today we are going to make a gift card holder with this bundle or this suite. I'm excited to show this to you. I'm from North Carolina, and we have a North Carolina demonstrator group, and from time to time we meet. We had what we call a quarterly back in January, and it was in near Raleigh. So I went to that, and a friend of mine, Jera, gave me this card. It's a gift card holder, and I have kept up with hers, and finally I tore it apart to see how it was made, and now I can't find it. I have looked and looked and looked, but hers was really, really cute. It had the little rabbit, had an Eastery theme, and I meant to get a gift card. The gift card fits right in there, and of course I don't have one with me in this room, but let's. And then it has a little bit of a folder there that you put everything down into. So let's go ahead and make it. Let me pull in the Zany Zoo stamp set, and I want to tell you that the dies that come along with this do cut out all of these figures. Each of these are from one of those themed papers, and they do cut out the things like this one. Oh, let's see, what does it have? It has the raccoon, and here's the raccoon here, so the dies would cut that out. Now, a lot of that's in black and white, but of course you can take your blends and color those in, and beautiful, or leave them as they are. So let's get busy or get started. We're going to start with a piece of Pool Party. That's what I'm going to be using. And this is 4 1/4, the normal width of a card, by 7 1/4. Let me make sure. Yeah, no, 9 1/4. I'm sorry. So 4 1/4 by 9 1/4. I'll write that down since I said it incorrectly. So 4 1/4 by 9 1/4. So this has not been cut across the bottom yet. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer pull out that arm, and we'll get the 9 1/4. So that will leave a little bit of paper for us to do something else with, certainly big enough. So I'm going to go ahead and do a score line. I'm sorry, I thought I had all this in my mind. A score line at 4 1/4. And make sure you're using this that does the score. Okay, so I'm going to score at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to come over and score on each side at 1/2. So we'll do this one. And we'll do this one. I'm afraid I might have the camera a little bit too close. I had a hard time getting it set up this time. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my bone folder. And we'll fold this. Gotta make sure it's matching. And then I'm going to use my snips, do a little bit of cutting. So you can see that the space from here to here and the space from here to here is not equal. This side is a little bit longer. And this is the side that I'm going to cut. And I'm going to cut right on that score line. Now you could also use your trimmer to do that if you wish. And then I'm just going to turn it on the back and cut on this score line on the other side. And then I'm just going to actually cut a little bit of a corner off of that here and here. And so we'll just move that out of the way. And we'll go ahead and use our bone folder to burnish this fold. Okay, and then it's going to go like this. So I want to make sure I've got it straight. And you can use tear and tape. I'm just going to use a little bit of glue, and a little bit of glue is all you're going to need. So I'm going to just put a tiny bit here and a little bit there. And this will fold up like that. So this is going to be the holder. You can see it's got that little bit of an opening there that you can slip down your gift card holder. So I'm going to set that aside. I've cut a piece of black cardstock. This is actually going to be covered up, so it's not going to really matter what color it is, but that's what I used. So as I cut all of these things out, I've been making a presentation of Zany Zoo things or Zoo Crew things, and I've had so many pieces, and I thought, well, I'm not going to let all of those pieces go to waste. So what I did was cut some little rectangles, and then I angled them. So let me see if I can bring in some scraps. Over here, some scraps. So I would have some stuff like this left, and that one's actually pretty big. Let me pull this. So I done one with the music and had these little pieces left where I had worked with some of those. I'm not talking with but that worked with some of the pictures, and I cut them out. So here's a little piece I'm not so sure I could do a whole lot with. And what I did is I just put it in a cutter and cut a piece. Maybe I'll do 1.5. That's probably a little bit too wide. And then all I did was just angle it a little bit, and then you would use that piece. So I've already done a bunch of those, and I'm ready to add them to this piece. So I'll just pull these out, and I'm going to go from dark to light on this. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue, and I don't want a lot of glue. I don't want it seeping out everywhere. And then I do want it to go over the edge. I'm lining it up with the edge here, and then I'm just going to pick up, and see the wide end is here, so I'm going to put the wide end on the other end, on the other side, and just kind of butt those up to each other. And I'll pick another one. I'll change the end that the wide part is on, and then I'll just add a little bit more glue. I could have gone ahead and put it on everything, but sometimes you're inviting disaster that way. So we'll do this one. I'll turn the wide end around, and then I've got this one left. And that's going to go beyond the edge, but it's okay. So now I've got that first piece all cut, and I'm just going to turn this over, and then I'm going to take my snips and just cut. Now I could also do this with a trimmer. And then I'll also cut this piece. And we'll move all this out of the way. And we have our piece to put here. But before I do that, I'm going to bring in some ribbon. Now there is a 2-ribbon pack that comes, or that is part of the suite. And I must have pulled the other one out. The other one is a green ribbon that's really, really pretty. It's a lemon line. It's really pretty. So I'm going to cut enough of that to go across. And I'm going to just bring in some Scotch tape. And I'm just going to tape one side of this about halfway. And then I'm going to turn this over. I like to use my grid paper to help me, so I'm going to actually turn that like that. And I want this other piece to come about where this one is, or at the place where this one is. So I want it right there. And I'll just put that right there. All right, and now I can glue this to the front of the card. And again, I don't want a big pool of glue anywhere. I didn't put it super close to the edge because I don't want it to come seeping out of those edges. All right, and then on this one I have the koala. On my paper I had a space close by that I could cut the dog out and not waste a lot of paper. So I did use a punch for the koala. I used the 1 3/8 punch, I think. I may have used the 2 1/4. And I'm a little bit fuzzy on what circle punches are available. So I did go look it up before I got on the video. And I know that we have the 2 3/8, and we also have the 2 and, well, let me find my paper. We have the 1 3/4, which is now unavailable. The 2 inch, which is also unavailable right now. And the 2 3/8, which is also can be part of a bundle. This one. And that's the one I used for this dog, but I think I went back and used 2 1/4, which I guess might be retired for this other one. And then I also cut the second largest circle from the Stylish Shapes dies, the second largest one. And we're just going to glue our dog on there. And I did it on top of another circle just to give some definition to everything that's there. So I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of my circle. And that will go right in here. So I didn't stamp the dog. In fact, there's not a dog stamp, but lots of dogs in the paper so that you could actually make a bunch of these. So on here, there's actually room to do 1, 2, 3 of the dogs. You could do this dog, but maybe not with a circle. This dog, if you had some others in front of it, you could use. Okay, and then you can see for the koala, there were 4 of those that you could use on this sheet. And I can show you on another sheet here where I cut out, where I punched the koala. It was awfully close to the elephant's ear. So I'd have to cut that elephant out, but I was able to save it so that I could use it again. And that's where the koala was. Okay, so I'm going to pull in a bow maker to make my bow. And this is Petal Pink ribbon. I am not good at tying bows without a helper. Okay, so there's my bow. And I will be putting that bow on with a glue dot. So let me pull in some glue dots here. I actually probably don't need to put 2 on that, but I want it to catch good. So we'll put that bow there. And then I will trim the ends on that. And that's the front. Oh, it's not the front of the card. We also have some words that we're going to put on there. If you look at the stamp set, it has the happy birthday to you here. And that's what I used. I stamped it with a Versamark, and then I used the white embossing powder, and I went ahead and did that ahead of time. So all I'm going to do now is cut this apart. So I'm going to use all of it, but I'm just going to cut it apart. Okay. All right. And let's see what we've got here. There's our birthday to you. Here's our happy. And I'm going to trim the sides of those. Okay, get all that pulled away. And then I'm going to actually use the adhesive, foam adhesive sheet to put this on. I found that the adhesive strips are a little bit higher than our regular dimensionals, and I just didn't want to use that. So I had a little piece of the adhesive sheet left, and I'm just going to cut a strip of that, and we'll just cover all of them, and then we'll see what they say. Now it's kind of hard to do some of this when you're on camera. You can't see as well. Okay, so there's that. And we'll cut that. And then we'll put the rest of that on here. Okay, so we're going to start. I'm actually going to put birthday in the middle. And then we'll put happy in front. I'm going to actually slant that just a little bit. And then the to you. Okay, so there's the holder itself. And now we want to work on the piece that's going to hold everything together, and that looks like this. So this has been cut to 3 by 5.5, and I am going to have this on my blog. I'll link the blog post to the video so that you can find all that. So 3 by 5.5, and then we scored across at 1 inch. And so I'm going to fold that up like this, and I'm going to take a 1/2 inch strip of my paper, and I'm going to glue across here. I'm just going to put a little line kind of in the middle. And I want that to be straight. Now notice I didn't glue on the sides here because we want plenty of room for that to come into, for our card, gift card to be able to fit in there. Okay, so I'm going to glue that. This is going to go here. And I'm just going to, I want it to overlap a little bit, but it doesn't need to do that all the way. So we'll just put that over the top of that. So here's where our gift card will fit in. That's not it, but that's where our gift card will fit in. And then we're going to take a little strip here and kind of fold that in half. cut that straight. And then we're going to put a little bit here, a little bit here of our glue. And we'll fit this on our card. We want this to be close to the center as we can get it. And I could have used my craft paper to help me with that. But we'll just glue it like that. And then this will slip down into our card holder. And there we have that one. And we have this one. Okay, so there we are, our 2 gift card holders. And they are made using the Zoo Crew paper and the Zany Zoo stamp set. So you get that a little bit cheaper if you get it in the bundle. Thanks so much for watching my video. I appreciate it. And as I said, all of the measurements will be on my blog post. If you need to make some purchases, there's also going to be links on my blog post to help you get to my online store. Thank you again. My name's Joanne Hewins. Love to create.typepad.com. Bye-bye.